everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tim here again for Droid Life. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, as you can see, we are taking a look at the TCL 10 Pro. This brand new phone that has recently hit the US shores. Actually, I believe that its official release date is May 19th on Amazon. We've got one courtesy of TCL. And of course, before I review it, we're going to have to go ahead and unbox it. So let's go ahead and do that. This is undone the stickers with my handy dandy knife. Hope you guys don't mind. Here, we can actually take a look at the outside. Unlike some companies, TCL was very kind and printed some of the specs right out on top, so you can take a look at some of those, but I'll go ahead and go over them, of course. But other than that, pretty plain branding here. We've got display greatness. How exciting. TCL, so obviously not a company that's overly popular in the US when it comes to cell phones. They are out of China, but we do know them for their TVs. So, that is tight. All right. So, there's that. Here we go. We've got the phone. TCL 10 Pro. Go ahead and do that. Oh, and then another thing that is very cool is you can just slide that on out. And then I can put that right there. Not have to worry about getting everything dirty. Here's my first look at the device. Oh, boy. That's, it's nice and matte. This is actually a very sexy device. And then you got all these camera lenses on the back. Holy smokes. Okay, this thing's kind of hot. I'm going to go ahead and boot it up, and then we'll go ahead and go over the specs. First, I want to show you what else is in the box. I'll get this plastic out of the way. Put that there. We have our SIM ejection tool. Oh, it looks like there's even a little case in here, potentially. Oh, very cool. Oh, that's a bummer. Display greatness branded on it. You know what? I mean, I'm big into cases right now, so and this phone seems so fragile. Let's see what else we got. Got some cables. This is a USB-C to USB-A cable. Boom. And of course, that pairs nicely with this charger right here. Oh, yes. Very nice. Just kind of looking over to see if I can see some specs. I know it has fast charging, just not entirely sure about the wattage. Pretty sure it's Qualcomm 3.0, or Quick Charge 3.0, excuse me, QC. Anyway, alright, I'll go ahead and put that over here. Let's take a look at this phone. So here's the device. As we can see already, there's a nice little display notch, but the edges are curved, sort of like similar to what you get on a Samsung device, but oh man, I can tell you this size is pretty nice. And this backside, this matte, in person it looks a lot better than I can see it on the screen, and it doesn't look too great. It's very smoky. I think, I forget what the name is right off, something gray, but this is actually very nice. It's matte, so no fingerprints. Look at this, and I got sweaty hands, y'all. And it's, that's awesome. So that's what it's like. Okay, specs. Let's go over them. We got a 6.47-inch AMOLED display, 2340 by 1080, so full HD+. CPU is a Snapdragon 675 from Qualcomm. That's one of their latest in the 600 series. So while it sounds like a very old processor, it's not. It's relatively new. RAM 6 gigs. Storage 128 gigs. It is expandable up to 256 gigs. As you can see, there are 4 cameras. So we've got 4 lenses, one 64 megapixel, sort of your standard wide angle lens, f1.8, 16 megapixel ultra wide at f2.4, a 5 megapixel macro lens at f2.2, and then a 2 megapixel low light f1.8. Not sure if that 2 megapixel camera or even that 5 megapixel camera will really be putting out decent shots, but I'll be trying it out. You better believe that. On the front with that notch right here, you've got a 24 megapixel camera at f2.2. And then for the battery, quite substantial, 4,500 milliamp hour. And this is a pretty thin body. And, the fact that they fit all that in there is quite nice. We have the in-display fingerprint reader, so not one on the backside, but it's going to be right around here. We've got facial recognition thanks to all that big camera up there. And then, as you may have saw, there's a headphone jack on the top. Everybody rejoice. And oh my lord, is that an IR blaster? Shut up. Shut up and take my money, TCL. All right, well, TCL just Pody, phone of the year already. I can already tell you. I have been dying because, quick story, My Vizio remote has died on me, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you can download apps and all that stuff, but anything with a built-in IR blaster usually comes with an app built in, and all the Vizio stuff is already, like, the code and all that stuff, so now I don't have to worry about my broken Vizio remote. I'm just going to use my phone. Oh, yes. Okay, good times. So on the side here, we've got a power button. No, that's some type of quick launch thing. I'll have to dig into that. On the right side here, we've got a power button, volume rocker up and down. On the bottom, you've got your SD card and SIM tray, because it does have expandable storage, USB-C, external speaker, noise-canceling microphone on the top, another noise-canceling mic, oh my god, that IR blaster, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. Alright, so that's the hardware. If you can't tell already, I'm completely infatuated with it. So let me go ahead, get it all booted up. I'll show off the software, I'll figure out what this button's all about, and we'll catch you in a second. Alright, and we are back. We're fully booted up, logged into our Google account, etc., etc. I've gone over the software quite a bit, so if I didn't already mention, this is running Android 10, but with something called TCL UI on top. So it's basically TCL skin on top of Android 10. It's pretty minimal. There are a few things that we wanted to check out here. So if we go into that and then go into, and then if we go to, oh goodness gracious, it has begun. And then we go to About Phone here. We can see, shows some specs, and then it also shows the Android 10 version right there. You can tap on that, access it, all that good stuff. Definitely Android 10. So that's all fine and dandy. The first few things, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about, but it's already annoying me, so now I want to ignore it. But so if we are in our settings menu and then head into advanced features, this is where you're going to find all the good stuff. So the first big one there is system navigation. Out of the box, it comes with software buttons. Next up is this edge bar, which is a lot like what's available on Samsung devices, that little swipe out, and then we can add shortcuts to apps. There's contacts, a ruler, a whole bunch of different little things you can add there, and that's all controlled right through in here. So of course these phones with these edge screens, they think they need to throw in a whole bunch of software stuff to take advantage of that. Built-in screen recorder, more gestures right here, three-finger screenshots, split-screen gestures, quick launch camera, tap to wake. I definitely enabled all of that good stuff because I want to try it all out. There's a built-in game mode, a driving mode. Now, this over here is the smart key. So we can set things for the single press, a double press, and a long press. Right now it's set for a long press activates Google Assistant. So once that's activated, we long press, and boom, Google Assistant pops up. So if we can tap on this, we can set any type of, sort of action on the device or event on the device, and you can enable those, turn those off. So far, we'll say, 6 gigs of RAM, but that Snapdragon 675, the phone seems snappy enough. I have enabled the dark mode here, and that looks very nice, of course. Got a nice little live wallpaper going. Not really much to say. It's sort of, as this phone actually has a ton of stuff going on. So I, of course, will be going in and checking it all out for my review. I will say, when setting up the fingerprint reader, it doesn't seem very good. And even when it is recognized, it kind of takes some time. It's not very quick. Either way, I will be reviewing it, and I'll be bringing plenty more TCL coverage. If you have any questions or comments about the TCL 10 Pro, it is available May 19th through Amazon. I'll see you next time. Peace.